Hello Aquarius. So let's get into your reading. Your energy feels nice. It feels kind of warm and tingly and lovely and smushy. So loving that for you. We've got your counterpart showing up because I see your energy as King of Swords energy, whether you're he, she, or they. That's a card that represents Aquarius for me, and the Queen of Swords is showing herself here. So it could be Libra, doesn't have to be, but it's your counterpart energy. It could just be you coming into a more communicative state if you've been a bit reserved recently. It could be lawyers or contracts or legalities involved in your situation, and she could represent somebody involved with that. So she's showing herself. I thought I'd mention it. What do we have for you? Your song that randomized for you from Spotify was Wild at Heart by Lana Del Rey. It's from her new album. And I think this is kind of contributing to that warm, tingly feeling. If you love me, you'll love me because I'm wild at heart. So you've got, I channeled Linger as well by the Cranberries. Do you have to let it linger? Pink and orange flowers, especially carnations, may be relevant to you at the moment. So watch out for those. Wild at Heart by Lana Del Rey. So I picked out the lines. What would you say if I told you it makes me crazy to see your pretty pictures? And if I had to do it all over again, I would, because it brought me to you. So Aquarius, you might be feeling a bit loved up. Somebody else had something similar. I can't remember who it was now, but they had this energy of, it was a Raven Owens song, I'd do it again. It's like I'd go through it all again. So it's that kind of energy of, I don't regret anything, I've got no regrets, it all brought me here to this moment, it brought me to you if there's a special person in your life. It feels like I wouldn't change a thing, you know? So nice energy, I like it. It's like acceptance and positivity and looking to the future and good stuff, Aquarius. So let's hope that this is what comes out in the cards. So Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius, please? What does Aquarius need to know? Oh, we've got one. How did I know? How did I know? I was seeing it when I was shuffling the cards, the garden and the gate. Right. I've just done Sagittarius's reading. I've kind of done everything in a bit of a higgledy-piggledy order this week. And Sagittarius was going through the gate, but they were coming back, right? You could be dealing with somebody with a Sagittarius Venus placement, possibly. That's a very wild at heart energy. Sagittarius obviously being like the wild horse of the tarot, needing that freedom, not liking things to be too strict and, you know, feeling caged. I feel like you share that with Sagittarius. I was having a conversation with my Sagittarian daughter yesterday about her placements and how she's got Aquarius Venus placement. And I was talking to her about her Mercury placement, her Venus placement, and how this is how she interacts with other people. And it was spot on for her because she's very she's got all that analytical energy of like she's got like Capricorn and Aquarius in there, all that analysis energy of logic and reason and facts are facts and all this kind of stuff. So she's funny sometimes in a social group because she's very much like, no, I know I'm right. Like, you're all stupid. And I'm like, yeah, but people don't like to be called they're stupid. You know, like, they don't like to be told that. So, I don't know why I'm telling you this. It could be relevant to you somehow. Maybe you've got similar placements, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius. But, yeah, maybe somebody is a Sagittarius Venus. I don't know. But, yeah, Aquarius and Sagittarius share this kind of this independent spirit. I'll put it that way. That's what I was kind of getting to. So I don't know if there's Sag involved in your reading. Maybe maybe there's something to do planetarily with your chart at the moment where Sagittarius energy is coming into play. The interesting thing about this is, there's a message here about, and you've got 4th chakra, the heart chakra, Archangel Raphael as well. So the thing with this card and what's coming through with it today is, I don't know if this is you or somebody that you're dealing with, but she has this key on her neck. She's not trapped in that garden. She could leave at any time. She's choosing to stay in the garden because the garden is good. The garden is providing everything she needs. You know, there's a lot of flowers in this garden where there's no flowers outside of that. So it's funny because Sagittarius had, again, you could be dealing with a Sag. Sagittarius had this energy of not wanting to be confined, but wanting the option, wanting the freedom to go out and see what was out there. Now, it could be career, it could be relationships, it could be, I don't know, choosing where to live. But they wanted this option to return. So there's a similar message coming through where it's like this person, it's almost like you don't have to, it could be about you again, you have this shared energy. It could be something to do with like, I'm not going to stay in a place because I'm forced to stay. I don't want my situation to feel like a prison. I don't want to feel like I have no options. It's like I will stay because I'm a good person and because I want to be here and because it's comfortable to me. I don't want to stay because I'm under lock and key. So it's almost like either you or somebody around you has the key to their freedom, but they're choosing to stay because the place that they're in serves them well. So it's a very cat energy. I always say about cats, like if you feed them, if you give them a place where that's warm and dry, if you stroke them when they want stroking, if you leave them alone when they want leaving alone, if you treat a cat well, that cat's going to keep returning, it's going to keep coming back. If you treat a cat badly, they're going to go out and they're going to find somebody that they're happier with. So you know, and they can be very, very determined as well. If you like my cat Bess, when we first got her, she wasn't microchipped at that time, and we didn't want to let her out the house. You know, we wanted to get settled first, but she was so determined in the end to get out. She'd be trying to race out the door and things. And she'd get out and she'd go. It's that same kind of energy. She'd race outside, but then she'd get outside and be like, "Oh my god, I don't know where I am." Like this, like it was almost like sensory overload, and she'd come back in. So it's that same energy of somebody who like, they think they want out, they think they want to go through the gate, but then they get there and it's like, oh, do you know what? I think I was better where I was. Again, definitely could be dealing with a Sag because it was the same energy coming through for them. But here you've got deceit. Could be some deception around money. Let's read what it says. How did I know? How did I know that card was going to come out for you? Are you being deceptive? Are you being self-deceptive? 25. I feel like now I did the Sagittarius reading this morning, and then I went to the shop. I needed to go and buy my cat food, right, to keep her happy. So I went and got cat food, and my daughter got a haircut. Very, very luckily. It's funny how serendipity plays out as well. Anything that I talk about in a reading is part of the reading, so there's something in it for you as well, or for somebody. So I'm quite disorganised, and I was like, I need to get my daughter's haircut before she goes back to school. I think she's back at school tomorrow. Again, disorganised, not sure. People keep telling me different things. And I forgot to book an appointment for her. So I was just walking back from the supermarket and I glanced in this hairdresser's and it looked open and there was nobody in there. So we rang the bell and said, is anyone free, or can I book her an appointment? And she said, oh, I'm free now, actually. It's funny, I got through my clients really quickly this morning. It's like serendipitous that she was free. I don't know why that's coming out, but it is. So deceit, let's focus. Deceit, hidden tactics and manipulation. This card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely somebody that you know or deal with either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumours or disrespecting you to others. Or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. I'm sure there was something like this in Sagittarius's reading. They had like this thing about this, like the Three of Pentacles working together, and this thing about like the Seven of Swords, which is like deceit. There was something funny. Be aware of what is going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable. So watch your money and your good name, and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. Obviously, you want to act in high vibration as much as possible because karma's a thing. And if you're acting in this manner, it's going to come back to bite your butt. So you want to be as open and honest, or at least At least if you can't speak, I mean, this is somebody who's speaking the truth. This is somebody who's like, they see through it. I actually quite like that she's there. Okay, I'm going to finish and then I'll talk about what I'm getting through. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. Affirmation. I am honest with myself and others, Queen of Swords, and I attract great honesty, integrity, and support from the universe. So I feel like, I'm so sorry, Aquarius, I feel like you're the only sign that's had a bad card. Everybody else has had lovely cards. I'm so sorry. But I feel like this is your energy at the moment, or this is somebody who can help you. If it's somebody, right, it's a good thing that the Queen of Swords is here, because the Queen of Swords is an energy that sees through the BS. You know, if people are trying to trick this person, she's very honest, she's very clear, she's very authentic, she has a lot of integrity. So it's very difficult to trick a Queen of Swords, because she's going to see through it. Because it's almost like when somebody lies, they just thinking of an example, sorry. When somebody lies, they tend to contradict themselves eventually. I talk about Judge Judy. The Queen of Swords is the Judge Judy card for me. If you ever watch the way she brings people around, right? She asks them questions, and then she kind of asks them a question over here, and then she'll ask them a question over here, and then she'll ask them a question here, and it'll contradict the first thing that they said. So she catches them in their own trap. She's very, very clever. And all she has to do is get that person to talk. When that person talks, they will talk themselves into a corner. So if somebody's being deceitful, eventually they're going to contradict themselves. If somebody's being honest, at least authentic to their truth, the story is going to be straight. So again, you could be in some kind of legal situation where it's almost like this character will make that character out themselves. Just through them talking, they'll contradict themselves. It's so funny as well, like the way that I argue, I argue like this. My Mercury placement is Libra. So when I argue, it's logical, it's based on facts, it's, you know, this is true, so that can't be true. Like, it doesn't make sense. So that's the way that I argue, very much like courtroom arguments. But sometimes when I'm dealing with people with perhaps more water in the chart, they argue from an emotional space, not from a logical space. So they argue because they feel a certain thing, or they argue because they're upset, and it's they'll get very frustrated with me because I'll call them out. I'll say, well, you said this and you said this. You know, I'm very fact-based, but I can't deal with their illogical argument as well. It's very difficult for me to because we're arguing from a different place. So I don't know if there's something like this for you. See, there's something as well about in a courtroom. I don't, maybe you're just watching a TV show, right? But in a courtroom as well, if you're dealing with a jury, now the lawyers, the judge, they're going to be in that fact-based reasoning, right? The law is the law. You're either on the right side of the law or the wrong side of the law. It's very clear-cut and clearly defined. But when emotions are involved and when humans are involved, things get complicated, because when you've got that jury, if you act like the victim, if you act like in that distressed way where you use emotions to provoke the sympathy of the jury, depending on the jury, their emotions might override their reason. And they may rule against you, which in that case, you know, obviously you can take it back to court again. It's so funny because Libra had something about an injustice in their reading. I don't know why all this is coming out, Aquarius. Maybe it makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't. If it's not your thing, it's just leave it. It could be somebody else's. So let's get back to your energy. I may have gone off there a little bit. Again, factors that some of you are dealing with. So that's why it comes through that way. It's telling me courtroom drama. So it could just be some of you are watching courtroom dramas, you know, like CSI or whatever it is. Five of Pentacles. It could be, some of you could be going through some sort of separation or something. It could be like marriage, it could be business, it could be something where there's a halving of the assets. It's like half of the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a sense of disappointment here, a sense of things not working out, a sense of there being some sort of loss. I'm seeing a similarity with what was coming through for Scorpio. They had this, it was like a dead Christmas tree and people still hanging baubles on it. It was like still trying to make a situation look pretty that when the situation was dead. And then I feel like Sagittarius had this thing about the white flower. So I'm definitely seeing a big tie-in throughout the readings this week. I'm going to put that back in. I'm not sure if that was meant to come out there. Aquarius, we're reading for Aquarius for Friday. Aquarius Friday, Aquarius energy Friday, please. What's the heart of the matter, please, for Aquarius? What's going on? What's going on for Aquarius, please? Yeah, very guarded, a bit secretive. The deceit could be on your side. I'm not seeing that you're being deceptive. The thing is as well, if people are being deceptive around you, you're going to be more guarded. So either you're being secretive or people are being secretive around you. Here's the guarded energy. Again, there could be a sense of trying to cling on to everything you've got. A sense of, this is mine. This is mine energy. You can see the guy on it is like, he's holding on to his pentacles there. He's got a foot on each one. He's like, you're not taking my stuff. You're not taking my house. Or, you know, clinging to what they've got. It's kind of a Scrooge energy for me. You're not coming in. You're not coming in my house. My stuff's my stuff. Don't touch it. Especially if you've gone through something. See, again, this feels like it's something about money. He's like losing money. Somebody could be losing money in a situation. So they're clawing at what they've got left. But this is low vibrational energy. This is stagnation energy, which I talk about a lot in, I think, Scorpio's reading, if you want to go and check that out. Where actually what's happening is somebody's moving away from this energy, not allowing their thoughts to block them, but trusting their instincts and moving away from a situation that was toxic, I'm hearing, or, you know, where there was turbulent waters, turbulent emotions, and they're going out to find something calmer, to find something more placid, to just move into calmer waters energy and not letting the thoughts block them from doing that. So yeah, trusting their emotions to move them to calmer waters. And there's something about clarity as well, like the clarity of the waters, the clarity of the emotions, because they're showing me clear water. Clear water could be a thing. I think that's some kind of company, isn't it? Clear water. Is it like a security? Because this could be a security company, or it could be a place like Clearwater Lake, maybe. But she's moving forward. I'm noticing the dragonflies as well on her boat, which I don't think I've ever noticed before. But dragonflies, they rise from the swamp. So swamps are obviously like dirty, like stagnant. I was talking about stagnancy, like stagnant emotions, like not a nice place. So somebody may come from a background that's not very nice, but they're rising in the vibration. They're almost like being born from that, you know. But moving to something better. Somebody could literally be crossing water, could be traveling, crossing water, taking a boat journey. And then it's going to this Sun card. Now this is freedom. So I do feel like it's almost, again, this thing about, it's bringing me back to this key, right? The key to open the gate, but somebody's like choosing to stay. But then this is almost like the freedom of moving out of that situation and getting a lot of clarity and seeing things clearly. I think somebody had a reading, it could have been Aries. Somebody had a reading about being in a bad situation and not being able to see it until you were out the door. I think Sam Tarot had some readings like this as well. I wonder if it was Aquarius. I feel like Sagittarius again. I feel like it was Sagittarius and Capricorn. If you go and watch Santaro, she had something similar where it's like, just to say, I did my reading first, then I watched her reading. So same energy coming through of a bad situation, not really seeing how bad it was when you were in it, because perhaps you were just a small part of it. Again, that's from Santaro. I just want to be clear with that. But then once you get out of it, and this was what was coming through in my own reading, when you get out of that situation, out into the fresh air, out of the door, it's like then you see it for what it was, then you gain the perspective. It can talk about like if somebody's in a toxic relationship, and I know Cappy had this. It was, if you're in a toxic relationship, you could have all your friends, all your family members, everybody telling you that it's toxic and that you need to leave, and that it's, you know, everybody else can see it, but you can't see it because you're too in it, right? You're too deep in the woods. You can't see the forest. So it's like when you get out, and when you're shown healthy relationships, or just when you get that emotional distance, you see it for what it was. And I feel like there's something similar happening here. You can't, it's almost like, it's like you're too close to this energy. You were too close to this energy, so you didn't see the deceit. It's like you were too involved in it. But you were only seeing like a tiny piece of the puzzle, you know, you were only seeing... Could be dealing with a Scorpio. It's like this energy. It's very controlling. That's why I'm saying Scorpio. It's like low vibrational Scorpio. It's like or it could be Gemini as well. It's like, it could be, this person feels manipulative. This person feels like, it's almost like divide and conquer. Right, hang on, give me a second. I don't like this energy, but I'm doing it. Because again, we need to, what's this? Moon. Yeah, moon secrets. So the way that it's coming through to me as an example, and it doesn't have to be this, is say there was somebody who was like a manager, and say there was a workplace. When COVID happened, this person, I feel like they had access to the finances. So when COVID happened and everybody was sectioned off, right, people weren't talking in the same way, they weren't gossiping around the water cooler, so communication broke down between the component parts of this business. So what that meant for this person who's manipulating it is that everybody had their own, this person would only give people the information that they needed. It was like, you go and work on this small section. Again, please do go and watch Santara, because she has something very, very similar. I feel, I want to say that I'm not copying her, I'm just getting a very similar message through. It's like this energy was compartmentalized, right? So this person who I don't like, I don't feel like it's you, they compartmentalized all the different departments, all the different individuals within the team. So nobody knew what the other person was doing. So it's almost like they had the money though. So what they did was I'm hearing robbing Peter to pay Paul. So it's like they had the hand in the kitty or something, or they were taking, like, siphoning off funds. But then when somebody would ask them, they would say, oh, it's because this person needed extra funds. So then finally it's like all the different people start talking and saying, well, you had the extra funds. And they're like, no, they told me that this person needed the extra funds. So it's like, well, where did that money go? Because this person's kept the money. Now, whether they did it because they were greedy and they were doing it on purpose, I don't know. Or whether they were just trying to save for a rainy day or hold some of it back, I don't know. But I feel like somebody's putting it all together. Somebody's put all the puzzle pieces together and said there's a piece missing and it's a big gold nugget. Where's the big gold nugget gone? Okay, I just want to kind of disclaimer now. Quick disclaimer, I'm reading tarot cards. I don't know anyone's personal situation. I don't know a situation like this. Like, I can't say, oh, this is that person, or, you know, this is that person. I don't know. It's not a real life situation for me. I'm reading tarot cards. I'm getting messages through cards. If you want to say it's a party game, you can say it's a party game. If this is a real situation and you're watching this and you're like, yes, that's my situation, and there's legal things going on, and I want a huge disclaimer. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know who this is for. I'm just telling a story that comes out when I pull cards out. So if it happens to be a situation in real life, just covering my own back, you know, if this happens to be a situation in real life where it's bang on the money, lol, how would I possibly know that? It's not real to me. To me, it's storytelling. And if it happens to be relevant to somebody, then it's just giving them stuff to think about, right? It's like, does that work for my situation? Is that a concept that I've not considered before? So if it sticks, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. I'm not involved in this whatsoever. Basically is what I'm saying to you. Please don't sue me. Because I'm just telling a story on the internet for entertainment purposes only. What led Aquarius here? Yeah. Could definitely be linking into Sagittarius' reading. I'm hearing alimony. It could be something to do with... because the Six of Pentacles is making things right. You can see this guy is giving money to children. So there could be something to do with, again, like a father who's giving money to children. Or it could be something I'm hearing like to do with like charity, like raising money for charity. The Six of Pentacles is an energy about somebody being quite well off, somebody being in a position to give to others, and other people being in a position to receive. It's about making things equal. So there could be something about equality, making something right. So there was a need to fix the situation, to make something right, or to give to other people in order to help out. But it feels like somebody kept... Because to make the situation right, because there's 6 pentacles, everybody should get 2 pentacles, right? But this person has 4 pentacles. So why does that person have 4 pentacles when they should only have 2 pentacles? They're meant to be giving the pentacles to these people, to the children, or to the people who are more vulnerable or more needy. So why does that person have all the pentacles? See, he's wearing green in both of these as well. So where... I mean, green does apply to the heart chakra. If we look here at Archangel Raphael. Wanting to make something right because that's coming from the heart space. Just to read this a different way, Archangel Raphael is the angel most likely to work through humans on earth. So somebody could come to you like I've got chocolate under my nails, and I ate a chocolate Krispy Kreme donut. I'm sorry, just noticed it's a bit gross. It got absolutely everywhere. Yeah, so this could be a charity, like a charitable person on earth, like Archangel Raphael working through them. So somebody could have been making something right. Somebody could have good intentions here. But I do, you know, even if people are doing things with good intentions, if there's money missing, it needs to be accounted for. So where is this heading for Aquarius? Good, right, look at this. So whatever you've been dealing with, this middle point of the reading, this moving on energy, emotionally moving on, is actually taking you to the 2 happiest cards in the whole of the tarot, the Sun card and the 10 of Cups. This is happiness, freedom, clarity, understanding what happened, feeling free to move on. And the 10 of Cups is happiness shared with other people, a community around you where there's really good vibrations, people support each other, people nurture each other, people look after each other, you know, things are equal and shared, kind of a utopian situation. Now, it doesn't have to mean that that's permanent. It can be a really good day. It could be a happy day, you know, happy families, you know, just good feelings here. So as I say, it could be that the situation gets cleared up and it's like, oh, that person was acting from the heart space, something went wrong, you know, they were acting with good intentions, right, we're all happy again. It could be that. Okay, but really important question. I feel like the most important question in your reading, Aquarius, is this space, because this is I mean, it's your energy here. What does Aquarius not know? What's Aquarius's blind spot? Where is the deceit? Right, there's something that's not coming. If you were promised money, this says it's probably not coming. If there was an offer being made, that offer hasn't materialized, or it's not materializing. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright is like money coming in, a great idea that's like really tangible and real. It could be a gift, it could be a new project that's going to be very profitable. It's the opportunity for money, basically. It's divinely guided. In the reverse, it's like, no money for that, no money for that, we're not doing that. Can I get one more card on that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, please, for Aquarius? No, something blocked. And again, you have to use your intuition here, because, you know, thoughts aren't going to get you through this. This is a crossroads, or it's literally blocked. Something's been blocked. It could be energetically blocked. Like you cannot have this in this situation. You have to be in this situation in order for the universe to give you this opportunity. It's like it's almost like the universe is saying to some of you, we're not gonna give you this profitable opportunity or this gift while you're in this situation, because this situation isn't balanced. We need you to move on to this situation, to this high vibrational energy, in order for this this gift from the universe to materialize. So that's one way I can read that. Another thing that I'm getting through here is, you can see here there's no movement here, there's stagnancy. She can't see, she doesn't know what to do. She's got her hands over her chest, protecting that heart space. That's because her thoughts are getting in her own way. It's like thinking yourself into a corner, right? Thinking yourself into stagnancy. What's that term that I say sometimes? It's analysis paralysis. So what she has to do is trust her instincts, because you can see this big ocean behind her. Trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition, your feelings is what's going to get you through the situation. So it's funny about that Judge Judy energy. It's like, you know, I was saying the courtroom. It's like the emotions are what's going to get you through this blockage. It's funny, again, I had a similar conversation with my daughter about because she's got such a lot of like analysis, like logical energy in a chart, like facts are facts, like grounded, logical, earth and air. And I was saying to her only water sign placement is in Uranus, or Uranus, which is actually what you're ruled by. You're ruled by Uranus, Aquarius. But it's an expansion energy. It's innovation. It's technology. It's like the newness, the injection of the newness that gets things out of stagnancy. So I was saying to her, if at any point you get stuck on something, like you can't get through a door, or a metaphorical door, or you can't figure a situation out, then fall back on that Uranus placement in Pisces, because Pisces is very imaginative. And I said, so that water energy, that intuition that comes with Pisces is going to be what gets you through those blockages. And I feel like there's a very similar message here for you, where maybe go and check out your placements, but if you're getting stuck in your own head, trust your intuition, trust your gut. And I think that's going to be what moves you forwards. So what is Aquarius's strength then, please? Aquarius's strength. And this is why I think it's important to understand our full chart and what each placement means, because then we can watch other readings and see how that affects us, in terms of our full birth chart. It's funny, I'm just saying there, get out of your own head, and your strength is actually being in your own head. Yeah, you're solving the puzzle. You're putting the pieces together, Aquarius. Look at this. Eight of Pentacles. You're working on something. You're gathering information. You're studying. You're watching. It's like you're preparing. You're preparing to be the Queen of Swords. You're preparing to cut things out. You're preparing to speak a truth. But there's this, because like the moon's showing up, it's like you don't have all the facts yet. You don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. So you're still collecting evidence. You're still collecting information so that you can have that clear perspective, I feel. But you're doing it. You're working on it. This is like working on something over time, perfecting something. So your logical reasoning is a strength, But you do need to be aware that you have to also incorporate a little bit of this intuition, a little bit of this emotion into a situation. You can, because sometimes the Queen of Swords can be too cold, and Aquarian energy can be very, very aloof and emotionally disconnected, which means that sometimes other people, if they operate from a more emotional basis, they're not going to understand. They're not going to be able to follow the logical reasoning, like the logical argument. It's going to be like above their heads because they don't operate from that same. It's not that one person's smarter than the other. There's emotional intelligence and logical intelligence and skill-based intelligence. Intelligence comes in a lot of different shapes and forms, but if people come at things from a different angle of learning, it's going to be difficult to understand each other. So you have to be aware of the need to have that emotional element in whatever it is you're explaining. So it could be like you could go into a group and say, look, this is wrong. Look, I've uncovered this evidence. But if it's clinical, people are going to be like, so what? But if you say, that money's been stolen from us, it's it's affecting all of us and our families, if you bring in the emotion, then people are going to be more on board with what you're saying, is I think the message that's going to come through there. So what's going on energy outside of Aquarius affecting Aquarius in this position here of the past and the unknown, the past and what's hidden? Tower moment. Yeah, what's hidden is going to come to light. There's going to be a realization, there's going to be a light bulb moment, there's going to be this crumbling of the Tower energy. If somebody's been abusing their power, that the universe, I think, is correcting that. There is this dove of peace here as well, though. It's like, it feels like investigation energy. It feels like money's gone missing. Right, we're getting in an independent team of accountants to figure out what's happened to it. But for somebody, that's a Tower moment. For somebody, that's like, I didn't want this attention on me. But the Tower, if it's built on shaky foundations, it's going to crumble, it's going to fall. It's the rug being pulled out from under your feet. It's chaos, it's destruction, but it's ultimately for the greater good, because things are going to come to light and the energy is going to clear. It's like a storm, right? A lightning storm. It could be very, very humid. Again, talking about that swampy energy. It can be very close, very muggy, uncomfortable. But when the storm hits, yes, it's turbulent when it hits. But after the storm, the humidity clears and it's like the air is fresh again. So the sun comes out, the air's fresh, things feel better. So it feels like that energy. So somebody's going to have a Tower moment, especially if they've been deceptive, because the universe corrects that. I believe in karma. They're only going to get away with it so long before people put the pieces together. And Aquarius, I think you're putting the pieces together. An energy between the past and Aquarius' strength. Okay. That's a player. Tell me a little bit more about this energy, please. Oh, I don't like that. Right. Somebody around you could be very like hot-headed, a bit of a player, here today, gone tomorrow, impulsive, reckless, fiery, hot-headed, and it's almost like they would be cheered on by this. It feels like that kind of frat boy thing of like, the guy who gets all the girls and everybody cheers him on and encourages him. It feels low vibrational. I don't like that, Aquarius. I don't like that energy at all. It's like being cheered on for the wrong thing. Like having fame, having success, but having it for bad behaviour is how that feels. I don't know what that is and I don't like it, right? I don't think that's it's not your energy. It's an energy outside of you. So I feel like you have the same, it's almost like repulsed by it. Like that's not right, because you're very humanitarian. You are actually a very, what's that word? Come on, word. I'm getting integral. Integrity. Integrity is important, I think, to Aquarius. You do think about the greater good. You want things to be right and you want things to be fair. That lovely humanitarian nature of yours, I think, is coming out here, where that person feels like big ego trip and kind of out for themselves and, yeah, selfish. being cheered on for the wrong reasons. I don't like it. Right here then, in your what's hidden from you and your future position. Remember, your future position is really good. The truth will out, Aquarius. Again, just stay in good karma. Trust the universe. Trust that when people lie, they lie themselves into a corner, and eventually they trap themselves without you even having to do very much. Yeah, and you are like, your strength is being in this watching energy at the moment. What's hidden? There we go. Justice. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, don't worry. Like, because Justice is blind. Look at these two cards. Justice is blind. She judges on facts. Hello to me. She judges on facts. She has that cognitive reasoning skill. She's going to be like, well, I don't care how you felt about it. I don't care how you felt about the situation. I care about your actions. And did you act on the right side of the law, or did you act on the wrong side of the law? She's like, did you break the rules, or did you follow the rules? I don't care about how you felt about the situation. I don't care if that person made you angry. It's illegal to punch people. You know, it's that kind of energy. It's like, the law is the law, the facts are the facts, and emotions don't cut it here, is how that's coming through. So don't worry. It's like, this could be like universal karma playing out, you know, the universal justice system. It could be literally court contracts, but I'm really getting, I keep hearing it, the truth will out. You can see that she's got her sword raised there. This positive Libran energy coming through in your reading, like trust in the court system, trust in the process, trust in the contracts, trust the, yeah, legal system. It could be that you just deal, it could be that you're dealing with a Libra. It could be that you've got a Judge Judy character, but yeah, no, that's good. And remember where you're going, right? What was wrong will be corrected. What was hidden will come to light. And then, you know, people will get what they deserve from the situation. An energy outside of Aquarius, please, affecting Aquarius's strength and the future outcome. Okay. Which way? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, judgment. You've got two cards about court systems and judges and legalities and universal judgment. You've got the judgment card. Notice the big eagle in the sun here. I do feel like there's courts involved here for some of you. Yeah. This eagle, this hawk, they're going to see things from that high perspective. They're going to... You could expect a revival of a situation. This can be bringing things back from the dead. You know, these people are being called up by Archangel Gabriel out of the graves, you know, to be given a second life. So there could be something that's being given a second life, something that's being restored. It could be, I'm sorry about the nakedness on these cards. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry, because to me it's artwork, but I probably should give you a bit of a warning. She's carrying a golden egg as well. So he's carrying a skull and she's carrying a golden egg. So it's like after some sort of ending, an opportunity will come. It's like what I was saying here about the universe can't bring this golden egg for you. They can't bring this universal gift, this opportunity for you when this character's about. When these kind of characters are about in your energy, it's like they're going to spoil it. The universe, because this is divine. This is a divine gift. The divine is not going to give you that if this person's going to steal it. If this energy is around you, you need to distance yourself from it. You need to separate from it. And then when that energy is cleared, it's out of your energy field. When you've got some distance between that, when you're in this energy, this high vibrational energy, the universe is going to be like, right, here you go. Here's that golden egg. Here's that golden opportunity. So yeah, but this is judgment and this is justice. Judgment and justice together, that's like the universe stepping in. That's like the universe is like, we see you, oh hell no, you're not getting away with that. So it's either literally legalities or it's divine karma, divine justice. So good. I want to say good. Give me an energy on, it could be the same person, it could not be. Give me an energy on deceit. Give me I've got a little bag of words. I'm not looking at them as I'm pulling them out. I'm guided to feel a certain word out. Ring. So it could be something about a ring, phone calls, or like jewelry, gold jewelry. Somebody could have stolen something. Somebody could be lying about whether they're married or not, you know. Okay, tell me about this this player. Knight of Wands in reverse then. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse. I don't know if you can tell by my tone of voice, I'm not impressed. R. R what? It could be initials, A-R-E. R. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse. Drink. This person could drink too much. Could have offered you a drink. Watch your drink if this person offers you a drink. Don't know what's in it. Maybe a bit strong, or despair. Drink despair. Or this person could be, okay, this person could be drinking because they're in despair. That could be why they're in such a low vibrational energy, because when you're not doing too good and you succumb to some kind of addiction, it means that you're not acting in a high vibrational way. You know, the addictions can to sink you to a low vibration. So there could be somebody around you who's yeah, that person could not be doing too good, and that doesn't excuse their actions. It could be that this person could be sneaking money because they're paying for an alcohol addiction. Don't like that. Tower. Wood what? Wood. Tower, please. Tell me about the Tower for Aquarius next Friday. Wood, beautiful. Ask and sound. Beautiful sound. Ask. Would ask. Beautiful sound. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It's not for me to understand. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles, please. The golden egg. What's this? Spring. So this could come around for you in springtime. So if you're in a bit of a swampy situation, you want to make sure you clear that energy, cut any cords that you need to do, distance yourself from people who aren't, you know, you can offer to help people, you can be supportive and give people good advice, but it doesn't mean you have to be around them. It doesn't mean you have to go drinking with this person. You can say, you know, it doesn't mean you have to give this person any money. You can say, look, I'm here to talk, but you've got to sort yourself out. It's not, you know, it's not my job to, I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Use your own intuition on this. Don't be taken advantage of. You know, sometimes people can create codependent situations. I think Pisces had that, and I think you did have something in your last reading about supporting a friend, but they've got to pick themselves up at the end of the day. And I don't know, Aquarius. Springtime, make sure your energy's clear for spring, because I feel like that's when this opportunity is going to come back around for you. Page of Swords, Aquarius' strength. No? Okay. I was trying to get a thing and I heard no. Behind. Maybe you're just watching somebody's behind, right? Don't know, behind. Aquarius. Who? Behind who? Oh, okay. That I mean, take it as it resonates, but that feels to me like who's behind this. I've identified what's wrong, but why? Who did this? That's that kind of energy. You're figuring things out. You're going full Sherlock Holmes here. Shush, Tommy. 10 of Cups and the Sun. Embrace. Gorgeous. Warm embrace, I'm hearing. I don't know if somebody else had that as well. Libra. So righting this wrong. Correcting this injustice. That came out in Libra's reading as well. Their strength was actually that it's almost like they'd suffered an injustice and they had to make it right. And they were very motivated by that. Intimate. Ooh, are you getting intimate with the Libra? Hey. Intimate. Could be something about court situation or legalities regarding something that was very intimate, you know. And rainbow. Gorgeous. Intimate rainbow. Somebody else had rainbow for this card. It could have been Libra. I'm almost reading intimate as imitate. Imitate a rainbow. Imitate a rainbow. There could be, it's funny as well, I was listening to Copycat by Billie Eilish, so that could be something for some of you. Imitate a rainbow. I'm sorry about that hair. Or rainbow intimate. It could be something about LGBTQT. I'm looking at the Judgment card. House. Could be something about a house involved. Anything else, please, about the Judgment card? with, house with. Okay, I'm going to get one more. Anything else about the Judgment card? Why is the Judgment card here affecting Aquarius's energy? Woman. House with woman. Maybe you're sharing a house with a woman. I don't know. Maybe there's a revival of that situation. I don't know. House with woman. Okay. Okay. Advice, please, for Aquarius. A week on Friday. I'm getting tired. Sorry, it drains my energy doing these readings. So, Aquarius. Advice, please. Advice. Yeah, fixing a situation, message in a bottle in the underlying. Knowing what can be mended and what can't be mended. It's kind of like the Serenity Prayer here, this card. I can't remember if it says that or if that's just what I'm getting, but it's coming through with the Serenity Prayer, which again, if somebody's dealing with a drink problem, that makes a lot of sense. Mending. Forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal, the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive or to release, to make peace and to make amends with others. Set yourself free. So forgiveness isn't for the other person. A lot of the time people hold on to things saying, I'm never going to forgive that person for what they did. But what that does is it actually creates an energetic tie between you and that person. You're the one not letting go. You're the one chaining yourself to that hurt. And in order to really truly free yourself from it and get to this place, in order to emotionally move on, you need to, if you truly cannot forgive, and forgive is very high vibrational, to forgive is divine, right? And you're not forgiving for them, you're forgiving in order to release yourself. If you truly can't forgive, then you need to figure out ways to release, to process those emotions and to release them and not hold any kind of grudges or resentments for that person. You know, you can be like, I've learnt my lesson, you know, that person, I'm cutting them out of my life, and I'm moving on. But if there's any kind of lingering, again, like resentment, you really need to deal with that and process it and truly release it. Otherwise, you're just creating that energetic tie to that person and you can't get away from that. You know, it's just dragging your energy down, and this is what your energy should be. So any connection you have to this, even if it's the refusal to forgive, the refusal to release, holding on to those hurt feelings, it just keeps you tied to it. It just stops you from getting this beautiful energy that's coming in. So even if you have to go and speak to a counsellor, or join some sort of program where you can really process those feelings, and you're very good at this, Aquarius. Sometimes you can, again with this bottle, sometimes again like the bottle, right, the drink, sometimes some of you can bottle things up and repress emotion because you see it as something icky and low vibrational. But there's a difference between bottling things up and processing and releasing, and you have to process and release. You have to uncork those bottles and do that work. Otherwise, that universe is going to keep you in this almost like a karmic jail cell, where they can't deliver these beautiful vibrations to you because you're the one keeping yourself stuck in that. You're the only person who can move on and choose to move on and really choose to heal those wounds. But first you have to rip the bandage off and let them air, right? I hope that was helpful to you, Aquarius. Again, it's for you. It's not for them. It's for you. Because you don't want to be energetically chained to this. Because what happens if you're on your deathbed at, like, when you're 80 and, you know, you're still going, oh, I remember that one time when that person did that thing. Like, is that really what you want to be taking with you into, like, the next life or beyond? Or do you want to release it? Do you want to release yourself from that karmic contract? It's in your hands. It's in your hands. So, Aquarius, do the good thing. Do future you a favour, right? And if you need to get help and support, do it. The truth will out, and you're gonna one way or another, depending on how long it takes for you to release it, you're going to get to this really good place, and the universe has good stuff waiting for you. So do the thing and take care. And remember, I'm on your side. I've got your back. I'm trying to help you do the right thing. And if it's not your reading, it's not your reading. And I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to go away, and I'm going to do Pisces' reading. Do take care. Bye bye.